Okay, afternoon folks. We've now come to the comparison test on these two fire maple cookers. This is the older one. This is the new one they've just released. This contains the fuel tank. So hold on a second, I'll take the fuel tank out and we'll discriminate between the weight. Bit of a difference, I suppose. Right, let's have a look. I don't know what the exact weights are, but it'd probably tell me on the box. I haven't got the box, so. Right, let's have a look. Okay, yeah, pretty light, not bad. Still heavier. That's a heavier one. Whether it makes any difference to anybody, that's what I'm just saying. If you're backpacking, that's slightly heavier. Let's go and have a look inside now. Okay, so both come with Hessian sacks, which are really well made. I've had this one over a couple of years now and it's fine. Okay, so I'll put him there. And then this one. So, here we go. Two fire maple stoves. The first one, the old one. Now, the handle on this is held on by a brass pin, which you clip back. The handle comes over, as you can see, it locks in position. So you've got a locking piece here, a little button there, that locks in. Good, sturdy, everything's right, the handle doesn't give in. The new one comes over, squeeze it together, locks into place. Sturdy, preference. Ooh, I like the old one. I like the old one, but that's just me. Okay, but I do like the fact that the new one hasn't got this little tassel. But see, that's here and there between. The lids are virtually the same, except this one, though it does, it has a pourer. So on that one, we've got a drainer, which is quite good. This one has a drainer, but it only has a single one. Okay, one single drainer there, if you can see that. Right, so let's go inside. So just put that to one side. So in this one, they will both take this canister. This will fit inside there, and a slightly bigger one. So I think it's 230 grams. It'll take these type of canisters with a screw on. That's that. So the lid out. Next thing comes is the burner. So with the older one, the burner, the actual gas canister fits to the bottom. Okay, so it screws on there. That's okay. It's also got a Prezzo fire lighter. Love that bit. Love that bit. So let's pop him on. So pretty straightforward. So that then makes this stove slightly higher. So it's a little bit higher than that one. We'll go through this in a minute. What am I looking for now? So in the bottom of this now, also, here's a pot stand. Okay. And what that does, on these smaller cans, you've got two settings, a larger tin or a smaller tin, and they clip in. So that's giving you the stability. Okay. That's your stability there. And then inside here as well, you've got a pot stand. So that can go on there. I'm going to tell you something about the new one in a minute, but the pot stand, then you can have a saucepan on. I will show you that in a second. One saucepan. Pretty okay, pretty stable, should be fine, no problem whatsoever. So that's that. So you got your pot stand, that's fine. Take that away, put the saucepan over there, out the way. Next is we are going to fit the, and it fits in and it slides and then it turns and it locks. And that's it. It's quite high, but it's stable. So now let's assemble. Put that on one side, the pot tank. Let's assemble the other one. So let's put the lid on and just push it to one side for a second. So this is the new one. Lid off. This comes with a bowl. Love that. We know that one in the previous video, if you'd like to look at that one. And then inside here is the burner. The burner is slightly different. The pot stand is incorporated on top of the burner. That comes off for the pot to sit on. So let's have a look at now. So if we put this on here like this, and then we get the pan, okay, put the pan on there. It's quite close to the burner, so let's get the legs out for stability. So we'll go any further, and we know that the gas pipe comes out separate. No prezzo, so you're going to need a lighter for this. That's okay. I like the prezzo, but as regards that's pretty stable. It's probably a little bit more stable than the other one. Now, drawback with the new ones. This pot stand is causing issues as regards not so much it's a problem. The fact is that if you use a stainless steel or any, it's going to be mainly stainless steel or a pan that actually is of shiny material, extremely shiny material, the heat which is generated by the gas unit hits the bottom, comes back down again, and it can cause damage to the burner. So you cannot, this is on the website as well when you purchase them, you cannot use really a stainless steel. Maybe if it's got copper, it's possible, but not a shiny surface. It doesn't look very shiny, but it is. And it will reflect the heat back down and damage the burner. So this is a no-no to stainless steel. All right, that's one drawback, okay? The next thing is with the gas as well. So this is lower, a lot lower. The pot stand comes off. Okay, I'll put it out of the way there. And then we'll put this. Now this doesn't screw on or push on, it just pushes on, just sits on beautifully. And there you go. Now let's have a look. There's a bit of a height difference. So I think what they've done in 9 with this new one is, I don't know if they've had a complaint or anything, but this pot seems to be lower to the ground, so it's got lower centre of gravity, that's all right anyway. So it's a bit more difficult to tip over. See what I mean? That's I'm pushing on that. Where this one is quite. But I used this in France and I had no problems. Okay, I had no problem with this whatsoever. So the choice would be yours, the low one. Now the burner is more, I think, is more efficient on here. As regards this burner, we take the pot off. If you look at that, that is a directional flame that comes up. If you're going to use, which you can use with this one, a pot. Where am I? Did I put him back inside? What did I do? Oh, here we go. So if I use that and then put the pan on, there's not much difference between that and that, but the flame is more central, so you could burn the food slightly in the middle, depending on that, but it is adjustable. And I do like this. But I also like this one, because I like the fact that it's like lower to the ground, so your centre of gravity is much better and more stable if you're in a tent or whatnot. But the choice would have to be yours. But remember, you cannot use stainless steel with this until they've rectified that problem. That states that on the website. All right. Okay, now let me just show you the difference in the burn. So this is what I like about this one. So we'll turn the gas on. There's the prezzo. There he is. So turn him on. That's good, isn't it? You see the direction of the flame, you can see it's quite, that's almost full. Well, it is full, that is all. Sorry, it is full. Bringing down a little bit. So you have got simming capabilities. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I do like it though, it's one of my favourites. Especially if you're, I'd say in a tent it's quite stable and it's alright, but you've got to be careful, alright? Because you don't want it tipping over, because you will scald yourself. That's just one thing I'm looking at. And I do like the prezzo igniter. So let's turn him off. Right, put him to one side. Now I'm breaking out this one, not because I think I did this in the other video. This is used, there's not much left in it. So let's screw him on. Now you can stand him up like so. I've got no problem with this, like this sort of setup. I'm all right with that. So let's take him to one side. But now we're going to need a lighter. Bear with me. Let's get in my drawers. There we go. And then we're going to turn this on. And then if you saw that ignite then. Sorry, that camera movement. And there we go. So that's not on full, but by God that is hot. I don't want to damage any of my equipment, so there we go. Hear that? Now this is where they reckon it causes damage when you. I mean, that is so hot. The heat, that is so intense. I can't even put my hand there, and I mean that's right up here. I mean, I'm up. Look, I'm up there. Let me zoom out and I'll show you. And actually, the whole van's getting warm now. So that says one thing, doesn't it? Let me just zoom out. So if you can see that from here. That distance there, I cannot put my hand there. Right, turn this down a bit. I don't want to set my van on fire. So it can be very simmerable. So it is adjustable. Let's see how low we can go. I've done a test. Right, so take a bit of getting used to, but it's fine. Anyway, so there we have really the comparison of two very unique cooking object, whatever you want to call them, cooking stoves, whatever, hot boils, whatever. One that won't fit on there, will it? No, that's the wrong one. There we go. So one lower than the other, both very similar, both got different locking mechanisms. One's with a Prezzo. The other one isn't. You have to make your own mind up. You need a lighter. That's not a hardship whatsoever. Both pack away. One slightly heavier than the other. And this one can't be used with stainless steel or shiny objects, but it can be used with cast. So you can use cast iron, whatever you want. Copper based, I think. I'm not too sure. You'd have to go on the website and have a look. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and a like. That would be great. I'm going to do some more stove comparisons because I've got quite a few stoves. And that's it really. I mean, if you want me to do sort of a boil test, I can, but they're both pretty fast, very fast. This one holds about 1.5 litres. I think this one, and this one holds about 1 litre anymore, and you start getting the boil over. So, but they're not far, they're very similar. This one's slightly deeper than that one. This one is wider than that one. All made by Fire Maple. You can get them off the website, firemaple.com. I'm not affiliated with them. I just like their stuff. Okay, take care, and we'll see you in the next one. All the best. Love you loads, and see you soon.